So, moving on now to the next big topic of the month, we talk about Blue's Clues. So, Blue's Clues is this children's television show in America. I don't know if it went to other countries or not. I know it's in America at least on public broadcasting. And it's a great show. It's a cartoon where this little dog named Blue lives in a house, and is a cartoon house, and he tries to go and find different clues on his adventure that day. And it's a great little TV show for children to learn how to spy things on, sort of like an I Spy thing, of on their TV, of trying to do perception and to learn new things of what things are called, of like, oh, students, can you find the phone on the screen? Because I can't find it, right? And then all of a sudden it points out where the phone is, right? And so it's a great thing to teach kids what things are, and to for parents. I know with my sister and brother-in-law, they'll just, have a moment of making dinner, and they'll go, hey, our 4-year-old son, that's my nephew, just leave him in front of the TV and watch Blue's Clues for 20 minutes while I'm going to make dinner for the night, So it's a great TV show to just like, that it's safe for them to watch that, and they're going to learn by watching that show. So it's a great television show. But a while ago, the producers of this show came out and said, Blue, even though the dog Blue is colored blue on the screen, and people assume the gender identity of Blue is a boy, because generally speaking, the way that the world puts gender stereotypes in our head is blue is for boys, pink is for girls. How dare a boy wear pink? How dare a girl wear blue, right? And so sort of Blue's producers came out and said, no, Blue's Clues, Blue is a woman. It's a female dog, And so it sort of just like blew a lot of people's minds of like, what? And it's like, yeah, gender stereotypes are stupid, right? Almost as stupid as the super straight movement. Anyway, but it kind of blew people's minds of like, all of a sudden Blue is a woman, right? And it was like, oh, wow, this is a thing now. And then you sort of look at the situation that Blue's in, where Blue's best friend is a dog named Magenta. Magenta is a, pinkish-looking dog, and people think, well, that's a woman because magenta's pink is a girl color. And so the producers are like, yeah, that's a woman. So then this past little month ago, now I don't exactly know when this is airing, but we haven't really decided what date this is going to go out. But at the same time, they put out this alphabet song, right? And it kind of blew people's minds as soon as it came out. And I thought it was some joke that someone was like just pranking me with something on video. But then I looked it up and I'm like, wait, no, they actually did this. So Blue's Clues put out an episode on the ABCs. It's a song where it gets to teach kids the ABCs of, it goes through the whole alphabet of A stands for apple, B stands for balloon, all these words so that kids can associate things with the letters, and that way they can learn the alphabet a little bit easier, right? And all of a sudden it gets to this one letter, and the letter, throughout the whole video, each and every letter is colored in with different colors to make it more interesting for kids to watch. All of a sudden it gets to the certain letter, and I believe it's the L or something, where all of a sudden the L is in the colors of the bisexual pride flag. And people are like, okay, that's just a coincidence, whatever, that color combination is possible if you just happen to put those three colors together one day. Probably the producers didn't mean to do that, right? And it's just a happy coincidence, right? Well, they get to the letter P in the song, and the word they associate with P is pride. And all of a sudden they have all these different pride flags on the screen. And it goes from the LGBTQ pride flag to the non-binary pride flag, the transgender pride flag, the lesbian pride flag, which is most important here. And it's so cool that they made the letter P with all of these pride flags. And sort of there you got the idea that, yes, this other letter that had the bisexual pride flag, that was in fact on purpose, because they did this later in the video. And so the community kind of goes crazy because we're all happy that this happened. And here's the point with this. Like, we all know that kids that are like maybe 0 years old to 7 or 8 years old when you stop watching Blue's Clues sometimes, we generally know that kids aren't going to immediately at 1 year old know, hey, that's what that pride flag means. They're not going to know that that's the lesbian pride flag. They're not going to know what the transgender pride flag means. It's like they're going to see these flags, and now they're going to associate these pride flags with something good that they're learning, right? It's not about teaching them what the rainbow flag means. It's not about teaching them what the transgender pride flag means. It's not about forcing these kids to learn what all this means. It's not cramming our agenda down their throat. What it's doing, in its beautiful way, is showing these kids, these are good pride flags. These are good symbols to see. And if you see these one day, know that they're not bad, because Blue's Clues, a wonderful TV show made of happiness and joy, showed you them all these years ago. And so I think what's going to happen, thanks to things like this happening, is years from now, the homophobes and transphobes of the world are going to come out and they're going to try to teach their kids, oh, the trans flag, don't associate with them. Don't associate with the rainbows. Like, they're going to do homophobic and transphobic crap forever, right? Throughout their lifetime until they pass away from old age, because a lot of them are old. Anyway, so they're going to try to do this, and all of a sudden the kids are going to go, but Blue's Clues taught me that these were good flags. What are you talking about, Grandpa? What are you talking about, Grandma? I don't understand. These are good flags. Blue's Clues wouldn't show me a bad flag in an ABC song. And then they're going to start learning what those flags actually mean later in life. And they're going to immediately start to associate them with good things. So it's an incredible opportunity for our community, and it was a monumental day for us. And then all of a sudden, these groups like, 1 Million Moms, who's owned by Focus on the Family, hate groups of the world, right? Literal hate groups who spend millions upon millions of dollars just trying to tear other people down and trying to get kids to commit suicide. They literally spend millions of dollars to do this every year, tax-free, because they're a nonprofit organization. So 1 Million Moms is out there trying to do this. Now, by their name, you might think 1 million moms. There are a million moms like this. There are a million parents who all think this hateful way. You're wrong, by the way, because their name is not how many members they have. They named it 1 Million Moms to make it seem like, hey, lawmakers, we have 1 million people behind our movement. They don't. They have just over 100,000 likes on Facebook. So it's saddening to find out 100,000 people subscribe to their beliefs, but their hateful beliefs. But it's also like, it's false advertising on their part to go, hey, we have 1 million members. No, you only have 100,000. That's like 1/10 the size that you claim you are. So it's not as many people as you think it is by the name 1 Million Moms, right? So they come out and they're like, oh, cancel Blue's Clues because they're doing all of this, just like they did for other TV shows in the past, like Arthur, when another cartoon in America on PBS, which is a public broadcasting service here in America, free of charge. It's on everyone's TV. Pretty safe viewing and programming for children to watch every day, right? Arthur did this episode where his one teacher had his gay wedding, and they show the gay wedding on TV and how happy the couple is, and Arthur goes to the wedding as a classmate of a student of this teacher, and it was just beautiful. And so 1 Million Moms is like, cancel Arthur. Like, they don't like anything good in the world, Like, imagine going through life and just hating everything around you. Like, walking around and going, wow, the sunshine is out today. It's such a beautiful day. How dare you? Like, imagine that lifestyle, right? Anyway, I digress. So 1 Million Moms is trying to cancel Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues producers are like, to hell with you. We don't care. We did this for a reason. We did this for the LGBTQ because we're allies too. to hell with you 1 million moms, right? But then the LGBTQ community starts picking up on the fact that Blue is a woman dog. She lives with Magenta. Magenta is her best friend. Magenta's a woman. They lived together for years and years and years and years and years, and they're so happy. They're best friends. They're always hanging out with each other. They're always going on all these adventures. Is Blue a lesbian? Are all of these episodes that we're watching of Blue and Magenta going on these adventures, are they dates? Are they romantic dates for this couple that we're watching? Is that what we're, And it's just mind-boggling to like think about, like, wow, they wrote this in the script for years and no one picked up on it, Like, and it was so beautifully ingrained into the script where they didn't have to say Blue was a lesbian, right? But people are now associating it and going, but okay. Here's the thing. Back in the day, gay couples would live together for years and years and years. They would always tell their family, their friends, they would always go to the grocery stores and be like, hey, this is just my roommate, this is my friend. They would always just say, that's his roommate, that's her roommate. For years and years and years, they're just good friends, right? And then behind their apartment doors, they're like, no, now we can actually hold hands, because back in the day, it used to be illegal to be gay. It used to be, you can be locked up in prison or in an insane asylum just for being gay or trans. And so you really couldn't express your love outdoors in public. Now you can, luckily, but we still have hate crimes against that. But it's growing more accepted. And all of a sudden it's like, well, Blue lived with Magenta and they're best friends. It's so close of a storyline that it's like, it might as well just be a carbon copy of what gay people have gone through for so many years now, of having to say that they were just roommates and best friends with someone just to escape the long arms of the stupid law, And so now people are like, well, maybe Blue's a lesbian. Okay, well, in the little Pride Flags episode that they had of the alphabet, Blue was standing next to a lesbian pride flag. Well, that's interesting. And there's also this other letter in the song that has the bisexual pride flag. So maybe Blue's Clues is a bisexual, but just happens to have a lesbian partner, Magenta. Like, oh my God, this would be just incredible, right? And so sort of the community has taken that away from the whole storyline, and we're just like, you know what? Screw 1 million moms. We're not even going to pay attention to them anymore. Let's concentrate on the fact that Blue's Clues told us a lesbian storyline for years and years and years and taught us all how normal a lesbian couple can be looked at. And let's just appreciate it for what it is, Let's not dive into the hate just for a day. Just give us a day of looking at the good of the story and being like, you know what? Screw the hate groups. Just give us a day without the hate,